gorgeous day in Austin, Texas.
Isn't it sweet?
Yes, it's lovely. We even got the birds chirping with us.
Good morning.
It's so nice to have you back in Austin. How's your time been here?
It's so fun. I mean, it's a quick trip for me, and I love Austin. The first time I came here, I brought my dad here for a boys' trip, and we came to listen to music and eat barbecue and all the things that you should do in Austin. And I fell in love with it. It's got such a cool vibe.
Doesn't it? Easy to fall in love with. So when did you first fall in love with food and cooking?
Look, my granny taught me how to cook when I was about 5 or 6 years old.
Oh, very early on is what we're saying.
Very early. I was always a greedy kid, and she used to make this sugary fudge. I had a real sweet tooth, I still have it. And I'd go to her place, and if she didn't have it, she'd make it with me, and I fell in love with that art of putting ingredients together, and I still enjoy it now. And now this is my job.
Yes.
I get to sit here with you and drink wine.
And we all get to benefit from that. What's happening right here?
So a beautiful cheese platter. A lot of people think you got to go all the way to France for good cheese, but in Australia we have incredible cheese makers. We have beautiful dairy production, so great milks and butters and cheeses. Some charcuterie that I make in my butcher shop in Hollywood, and then some beautiful Aussie wine right here.
Lucky for us, there's wine.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers. Delightful. It's never too early,
good?
right? I like it.
This comes out of South Australia. It's a Semillon Viognier. We have over 60 wine regions in Australia. And 60 wine regions in South Australia, where this is from, 200 in Australia. It's a real wine-focused country, actually.
There's a lot of wine
to
enjoy, isn't there?
But we have such beautiful cheeses and charcuterie and wines that come out of Australia. So, you know, it's sort of, I think Australia is a lot of things that you don't expect it to be. And then when you finally get there, you're kind of like, whoa, and you're surprised by it.
When did you first set foot in a professional kitchen?
I started when I was 18. I finished high school in Melbourne, and then I went straight into an apprenticeship, which was a 4-year training course that you go to college part-time and work the rest of the time.
Oh, what a great experience.
It was cool. I did that in Melbourne, and then I moved to London when I was 22, and I worked there for 10 years under Marco Pierre White, who was a crazy chef in the UK with 3 Michelin stars.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an intense period in my life, but it was really fun. It was such an interesting perspective, right? Because you're around fine dining, gastronomy, you know, lots of culture.
Yeah.
And I was a broke cook who used to sneak onto the tube in the morning because I didn't have enough money for the ticket. And you know, my life's sort of gone through a variety of different phases, and the thing that's always brought it together for me and kept me grounded is food, you know.
Oh, I love that.
Being able to cook for someone and watching someone put a big smile on their face.
What's one of your fondest food memories? Do you have some that stick out? Or rather, do you have a really bad food memory that you'd like to forget?
I've got lots. Lots of good ones and a couple of bad ones too. My fondest memories are sitting around my dinner table as a family, as a kid with my mum and my brother and my granny, and you know, like just having that sort of togetherness was always special to me. And then some bad ones. I burnt a restaurant down in London. That was pretty bad.
That's one that you probably don't forget.
Yeah, it's the one
and
that
you don't want to do again.
Yeah, food's made all my dreams come true, but it's caused me a little bit of heartburn in the meantime.
Yes, right? I'm very not savvy in the kitchen. So how does someone find that confidence to cook and celebrate with people like that?
I think you start easy, right? You can get a good quality tomato that's perfectly ripe and beautifully sweet, and buy some nice burrata or mozzarella that you tear up, cut up that tomato, good quality olive oil, good quality balsamic vinegar, tear up some basil, and you've put a beautiful plate of food together, but you didn't cook anything.
Yeah, right.
Right? So you start there, and then the next day you're like, well, maybe if I grilled a chicken breast and served with that, and then maybe a different vegetable, and you just sort of build on it slowly.
Yeah, so you have to work your way there.
Yeah.
What about sharp knives? Do those play a role?
They're important. You need a sharp knife, otherwise you cut yourself.
Yeah, I know. That's what my mom always said. She's like, just make sure you sharpen the knives and everything will go smoother.
It's true.
What about Mod? Tell me about that, because it sounds like you've had some amazing experiences traveling and creating these menus.
We really have. It's been a fun restaurant. The menu revolves around a wine region. So we started in Rioja. It's a 10-course menu. Then you get a different wine for each course.
Wow.
So that's all from that region. We literally take the team to the wine region. We eat the food. We meet the people. We go out late night with them.
That sounds so fun.
Observe the artworks. We go to theatre. It's so fun to be around a group of people that are inspired and enjoying what they're doing.
Any of those late night stories you can tell us about on television?
There's lots of late night experiences. I don't think lots of them are appropriate for television.
Okay, we'll save those for later, but thank you for considering it. So you're here enjoying time in Austin, and now we need to get on a plane and head to you and
Yes.
visit Maud, right?
Come to
That's
see
what
me
we all
in Beverly
need to
Hills.
do.
Get out there.
What advice do you have for someone else who has a passion, but maybe they don't know how to make it into their everyday life?
The truth is, if you love what you do, that's all that matters. You know, like some days, my days are like this, glamorous, and I'm talking to you and drinking wine. And other days, I'm making meatballs until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I get out of bed at 6 o'clock. It's the truth. But I enjoy that as much as I enjoy this, frankly. And, you know, I think if you enjoy what you do and you chase your dreams, you don't work a day in your life. You know, you're happy doing what you do.
It's so true. You have to enjoy the journey, right?
You do.
For that to all be worth it.
Right.
So what's your go-to entertaining meal right now? Like if you want to impress someone or you have friends coming over.
I actually cook pretty simply at home. I grow a lot of my own veggies. I have a big vegetable garden, so it really depends what's in the garden at that time. Asparagus is literally popping out of the ground right now.
And it's just fresh for you.
Right, it's like that first season asparagus is so good.
What's your ideal cooking environment like? Like do you like music or does it have to be quiet? Do you want people around?
Look, cooking is, to me, it's sort of a reflection of your mood, right? So if you're in a rush and you're putting on a dinner party, I'll listen to rock and roll because I need to like be motivated.
Okay, you got to
and
get
move.
pumped up.
But if I'm making like a caramel tart and no one's around and it's a Sunday, I'll play classical music and listen to that and sort of just take my time. So it helps, the music helps you get into that headspace.
Yes,
Glass of this isn't bad either.
Yeah,
way,
that
you know,
helps,
just
right?
Cruising through the kitchen.
Have you instilled that love of food in your kids as well?
Yeah, they love food, and I try not to put too much on them. I'm not trying to turn them into chefs. I'm like, you guys can be anything you want. But I'm in the kitchen a lot, and they like being in there with me, and they're good cooks.
When you're not in the kitchen, where are you going for fun? Besides Austin, Texas.
Besides Austin, Texas, or a wine region of the world, wandering around drinking delicious wine. I go back to Australia 5 or 6 times a year to see my family back there. I spend, you know, most of my time, nearly all of my free time with my kids and my wife. And
Yeah.
we like being outside. I play soccer with them and wrestle with them and do all the things that dad shouldn't do. Embarrass myself a lot. When you look at the time, you're like, damn, the day's already gone. That's a perfect day, you know?
Yes, exactly. Cheers to you, Curtis. Thank you so much.
Nice to see you, sweetie.
Nice to see you.